Welcome to the NIOS live classes, secondary class. Book code 230, module 3, structure and grammar of ISL, lesson number 8, topic as you can see in the slide, manual and non-manual components of ISL. So let's begin. You all have been signing naturally. This means that you have been using sign language without consciously thinking about how it works. You have been using the manual and non-manual components of sign together to communicate effectively. This is the ISL grammar rules. Both manual is related to hands and non-manual related to not made with hands. Components of a sign together make a sign meaningful. This means that both the movement of your hands and your facial expressions and body language contribute to the meaning of a sign. Let's understand in the upcoming slides. Outcomes. After studying this lesson, learner demonstrate an awareness of manual and non-manual components in ISL. Let's example of the use of manual and non-manual components in ISL. Manual components of sign. Let's understand. A sign has several components or parts. We need to understand the structure of sign. And how these parts work together in sign. All signs have three main components. First is hand shape. Second is place of articulation. Third is movement. What is this? Let's explain. First is hand shape. This is the form of hand. As you can see in the slide. For example, a fist, a flat hand, a thumb up, or showing all 5 fingers. It's called a hand shape. Place of articulation. This means the place of the body or in the space around the body that we use for signing. is called a location. Movement. This means how we move our hands. For example, right or left, fast, slow, or repeatedly. These are the example of the movement. Explain. India. In this sign, India, handshake is thumb up and place of articulation forehead. Movement is up. These three components make a sign India. More example, sorry. In sorry, handshake is a fist handshake. Place of articulation in front of the chest. Movement. Move the fist in a circular motion on the chest. Think. Handshake. Index finger extended. Place of articulation near the forehead. Movement. Tap or touch the forehead tightly with the index finger. These all components together form the sign. Easy. In this sign, handshake is flatto. Place of articulation, nose. Movement. To move downward from the nose, all these components, handshake, place of articulation and movement form the sign. These three parts are the manual components of sign. They are called manual because they are made with the hands. So this is a ISL grammar rule. Minimal pairs. So let's understand minimal pairs. Some signs are minimal pairs. Let's compare some sign. Our aim is to compare handshake, place of articulation and movement in this sign. Some signs have the same articulation and movement but different handshake. Example: explain and walk past each. In this sign, handshake is different. Some sign have the same handshake and the same movement but different place of articulation. For example, happy, flower, light and morning. In sign happy and flower is the same handshake and same movement, but place of articulation is different. Same with light and morning, same handshake and same movement, but different place of articulation. Some sign have the same handshake and the same place of articulation but different movement. For example, difficult and cold. Difficult and cold. In this sign, same handshake and the same place of articulation, but movement is different. These signs are called minimal pairs because they are different in one part of the sign. When you change one part of the sign, we get a new sign with a different meaning. For example, difficult, run, fridge, shit and cold. In this sign, same handshake and also place of articulation is same, but movement is different. Let's take a short break.
प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से
और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात।
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन
Welcome back. Let's start non-manual parts of sign. In some sign, the three manual components are not enough. We also need the face and or the upper body so that the sign is completed. You must need to facial, body language, all components make a sign. For example, surprise. You must open your eyes wide with the sign. So anybody can understand easily. If you are not doing a facial expression, sign did not understand. Angry. You must frown when you make this sign. If you did not doing a facial expression, sign is not clear. Namaste. You must bow down when you make this sign. Sleep. You must tilt your head to the side with this sign. These parts of sign are called non-manual components. Non-manual means not with the hands. It is important to remember that only the hands are not enough for signing. Sign components and grammar. We need the manual and non-manual components to make sign so that we can express we want to say. But sometimes this is also part of the grammatical rules. Some rules in the grammar are about changing the form of a sign. For example, the sign for spy can be modified to show different degrees of intensity. Spicy for normal spices, very spicy to show stronger spicy, extremely to show the highest level of intensity. By changing the movement or expression, the meaning of the sign becomes stronger. So as you can see in the slide, spicy. Next, very spicy. They are extremely spicy. So these words show the higher degree of meaning. The movement and facial expression is stronger when we want to say very and extremely in sign for some other. This is a grammatical rule. For example, expensive, very expensive, extremely expensive. Same beauty, very beauty, extremely beauty. Same as big, very big, extremely big. So by the increasing the movement or using a stronger facial expression, we can show very expensive, very beautiful and very big. Some other rules are about using the hand and face or hand together in the right way. For example, when you signing note, shake your hand simultaneously. This is a grammatical rule. When signing, if use a facial expression and make a pause at the end. If like this, if rain, I will not go school. Using components of sign together in the right way is important both in each sign and in sentence. We apply the rules of grammar to know how to put all the components together. Let's take a break.
प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने।
Welcome back after the break. Let's start. So you have learned this lesson, some points. Sign her manual. related to hands, and non-manual, not made by hands components. So manual components are hand shape, refers to how the hand is formed, for example a fist, a flat hand, thumb up, etc. And place of articulation, the place on the body or in the space around the body that we use for signing. Movement, this means how we move our hands, for example right or left, fast, slow, repeated. So these are the manual components. So some signs are classified as minimal pairs. If we out of the above three components, two are the same and one is different, they make minimal pairs. Non-manual components, sometimes for some sign the three components are not enough. You also need the face or the upper body so that the sign is complete. For example, surprise, we must open your eyes wide. And the sleep, you must tilt your hand. Tilt your hand. The hand. Face and head need to move together in the right way. For example, shake hand while signing not. Shake your head while signing not. Let's do it some exercise. Explain difference between manual and non-manual components of sign. So answer is manual components are related to hands and non-manual components are not related to hands. Describe the three manual components of the sign mother. The answer is hand shape. In mother, sign hand shape with one finger, place of articulation nose, and movement is outwards. Give two examples of minimal pairs. First is explain. And walk past each other. Happy and flower. Next is difficult and cold. In this sign, place of articulation is same, hand shape is same, but movement is different. True and false. Both manual and non-manual components are important to make a sign. So the answer is true. ISL components have no role in ISL grammar. Answer is false. Face expressions are not part of ISL grammar. What do you think? This is a right or wrong? So answer is false. If we change the ISL components, the meaning of sign will change. So the answer is right. Thank you so much.